Action.
Hi everybody, we're working here on a pre-trip inspection for the semi-trucks. My name is Andre, I'm with the Tels. We're here in our yard in Miami. It's sunny today, as you can see. We're going to do the pre-trip inspection of the semi-vehicle and also 53-foot dry van. As you can see from my far right side, there's a truck, semi-truck, and one of the first things that you need to know and need to do when you ever approach into the truck, you need to see if the old parts are in place. So we're going to do that right now. So when we're approaching a vehicle, we have to see if the old parts are in place. So just make sure there's no any loose parts, if some spoiler is dingling. Okay, this is the door for the DEF, so that's something that is good. The doors are good. There's no cracks on the mirrors. You have to check if the annual inspection is up to date. Now, this is the approaching to the vehicle. Then what we have to do, we have to pop up the hood, open the hood, and see the fluids. This is how we do that. This little latch, open the hood. This is the engine D13 on a Volvo VNL 6860. The engine sticker is here on the driver's side. Turn on the knob, pull it out. We see it's in a maximum. If we need to add the oil, this is the cap and we're adding the oil here. To check if the belts are tight, there's no any leaks on a steer wheel pump, and check the oil on the steer wheel. Looks like it's got oil. All these things are really not too much money on a truck stop, but if they are missing, it is a problem. Here is the hoses for the air pressure of the tanks down under the truck. So if there's any leak, we have to notice to the safety manager. Also, since we're on this side, we're going to check the tire. This is one of the ways. Most appropriate way is with a gauge, and you put it like that. This is one of the gauges that we have. This is more mechanical, but it's really good. So you put it in directly inside. This tire is like 110, so you can see that the tire is good. We're going to use that thing on all tires, mandatory. 15-minute pre-trip inspection. So we go on the other side. We check the coolant level. Coolant level is on maximum, so it's good, we don't have to add. By the way, always check before you're leaving the yard if there's any coolant inside of the bank. At least 1 gallon and 1 gallon of oil. Here is the fuel filter. If it's clogged, the water is up to here. Needs to be changed. It's also, we're going to do the video about that, how to change the filter. It's really easy and save you some time and money. So we're going to check this tire also. Seems like it's good. I'm gonna put the gauge 120. Perfect. Okay, engine looks good. It's a new truck, obviously, but still. Put it down. We're gonna check our mirrors if there's any cracks, dents, because they can be out of service. Also these parts, if everything is solid, nothing is dingling. Then we're gonna approach this side. So this is a called catwalk, and the hoses are connected to the trailer. Red, blue and green way is the electrical line. So they have to be tight, good connection, there's no leak, there's no crack. We don't need them to be on the floor of the catwalk. If that thing is happening, police can stop you and they can put you outside and do the roadside inspection, and you don't want that. Always check if there's cap over there on a tank. Sometimes, you know, it can be lost or something, if there's anything. Okay. Also important thing, you know, there's a reflector tape on the top corner of the bobtail of the truck. So that thing you have to see. Sometimes after the year it can be peel off, but you have to monitor that. If it peel off, then we have to put it back, because they can stop you also for that. Here you can see the place where you're leaving the registration of the vehicle, and also annual inspection is here. So you have to always to check, you know, when you're leaving, if you have your annual inspection close to you. We're gonna check these tires on the truck. Seems good. Check also, I'm not gonna do it now, but you guys every second day at least, you have to check the pressure in tires. Mud flap looks good. Light, we're gonna check the later. This is the landing gear. There's a two position, slow and fast. You have to move one side and then go fast lane. This particular trailer's got a skirts, so it's kind of more aerodynamic and give you some saving on fuel. See, there's not any damages as long as it's working. We're gonna check these tires. Now, important thing, when you're leaving the yard and when you're doing the pre-trip inspection, you will have to go under the trailer and check the hoses, because sometimes hoses can be broken and air can leak from there. Also, there have to be the spare tire underneath on the tire rack, and that spare tire, you know, needs to be locked with the chain. Also, you will have to check the brakes, if there's any cracks, if the material is, you know, maybe that side, and you have to report to the mechanic. Come here. Mud flap good. This is the ABS light. If some occasion you see that ABS light is on, you have to report that thing, because there's a problem with the discs, and sensor is maybe damaged, and we have to replace the sensor most likely. Come from the back. We have to make sure that when we do the inspection of the lights, cut it here, cut it.
Okay.